Hey there, this is Karen with Yasutomo, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool spinner top out of 3 sheets of origami paper. So, I'm going to start with these colors. I have some double-sided pink and purple. This will be the base. Then I have this Kaleidoscope paper that will be in the center, and the Aurora paper will be on top. And the reason I picked the shiny stuff is it will, since I'm going to use, that's the part that our hands will be on a lot, it's nice to have something that is a little more resistant to our sticky, greasy fingers. So let me get started. So I'll start with the base, and I'm just going to fold it in half in both directions. Open up and fold in half again. Fold 2 sides to the corner, to the center crease. And the other side. This is a covered fold. Now I have a center crease here, and I'm going to fold that these outer edges to that center crease. Turn it over and fold the other side to that center crease. So now I'm going to, I have this center line here, and I'm going to take this inner edge and fold it right up to that edge, right up to that center line. And you can see it sort of lifts up like this, kind of has a, doesn't want to lay flat, but that's okay. I'm going to do this on both sides. And it becomes kind of a box shape, the side of a box. And I actually am going to now put my fingers inside, crease, lay it down and crease, and that will give me this shape here. I'll do the same on the other side. I'm going to fold this up. You can see I'll put my finger right in that part there. And the same goes with this side. I'm just going to do that, push my finger as far as it go, and then I'll flatten it. Okay, so the next step is to just fold these flaps in both directions, actually. And this is a windmill base, actually. It could be a windmill, actually. Right now, if I keep it like this, I have a nice windmill. But I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to make these our legs, and they're already pre-creased. You can see if I just lay them right on top and then crease, I'll have a little square on top of the big square. I'm going to do this on all 4 sides. This is a very common base. It's used in a lot of origami models. So we've got that. Now the next step is to take all of these have to have creases. They're like little kite shapes. The bottom edges go towards the center crease. And you'll see I'll show it close up. You want it to look like that. We want to do this on all 4 sides. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to flatten this out with a little folder. And a really nice tip that I can give you to make the next step easier, I'm just going to score these edges right at that top, those top creases, right at the top. This is a bamboo folder, but you can use a bone folder or the back of a table knife, anything that you can make a score to give it a scored edge. So I've got those all scored, and now I'm going to just open up the top layer, and I'm going to fold it down on existing creases. I'm not making new ones. I'm just finding the creases that are already there, and I'm just going to open it and lay it flat, pull that fold out and flatten into a point. And that I'll do on all 4 sides. Okay, now that I've completed that, just going to sort of fortify those creases. And I have these points that are a little layer here. I'm going to fold it back, and I'm just going to fold it up to this you'll see this crease here. Just fold it to that edge, and do this to all four corners. Fold those triangle flaps backwards. And now I'm going to, the very last part of this is to just fold these points down. This is now the complete base of the spinner top. And it's really, it'll make more sense when I make the other parts. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to take the Kaleidoscope paper, and I'll start folding. I'm going to fold it in half first. And I'll open it, fold it in half in the other direction. Now I'm going to take all four corners, I'm going to fold them to the center, and then those creases I just made make it a nice guide to folding. So I know where I'm going, where that center point is. All four corners go to the center point. And then I turn it over. This is important. You must turn this over before going to the next step. Turn it over and fold all four corners to the center point. Okay, turn it over and fold it to the center point. Pretty easy, huh? I just love the way this Kaleidoscope paper, it's very fun and entertaining to watch each step. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope. I just love the way this paper matches up and makes really interesting designs. Just like that, I'm amused by that. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to open this, turn it over again, and just fold these corners backwards. And doing that will complete the center part of the spinner. So now I have 1 and 2 parts done. Now the third and final part. This is a little thicker paper, so it's going to be a little more challenging. But I'm going to fold in half, like I did the second piece. And I love this shiny paper. It's really strong and durable. A little bit thicker, but perfect for this. And this time, when I fold it, just like I did on the second piece, I'm not going to turn over the paper. I'm going to keep it on one side, and that's the difference between the two pieces, or the two components. Instead of turning it over, I'm just going to stay right on the same side. I'm going to fold all the four corners again to the center. And this paper will get thick as I keep folding, because I'm creating more layers when I do this. I'm going to fold it one more time to the center, and I'll just follow those creases I have and fold that right in there, inside. If you think this paper feels maybe a little too thick, just a regular solid paper would work great, or some foil paper would work. Pretty much any kind of paper. Of course, I had to pick the heavy-duty stuff. Alright, so I'm finished with the folding part, so I'm going to fold right on these creases. I'm just going to make some creases. And I'm going to get my folder, this folder, it's going to help me get those nice and crisp. Same thing, I'll fold this down. Okay, that's those two directions. Now I'm going to fold it in the opposite direction in half. I'll do this on both sides. I'll go ahead and I'll crease it really well. And again, one more time, fold it in the other direction. Okay. Now the fun part, I get to assemble this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create this, I'm collapsing this into a kind of a pyramid shape, and I'm just going to, I want that to stick up like this. So I'm going to hold it in my hand. Actually, I'm just going to leave it there for now. I'm going to start by picking up the base, the first one that I folded. And you can see there are pockets. I'll just point to you that these are pockets. You can see I can put something in those. So I'm going to put these points into the pocket. All 4 pockets. And that's going to hold it together without using glue or tape, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and slide that in. I'm going to slide this piece in. And a little bit harder to get the last one, but just bend it a little bit, and I've got all 4 pieces. I'm just going to adjust it to make sure it's in nice and snug. Okay. Now the last part is this. These will be the 4 points, and this will be the pockets. You can see it just kind of slides in. Just get them underneath, and I will just, you can see how that. Now what's nice about it is it creates kind of a rounded edge, and it makes for a really nice fast spinning top. Isn't that gorgeous? And you can make them in all different colors too. And here's one with foils, and you can just keep going with them. They're so much fun to play with, and I mean of all ages, kids and adults. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.